Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. First, I would like to apologize if you hear any background noise. It's coming from my neighbors. Unfortunately, I have no power over it, but I hope you will be still okay with the quality of this video and with the content that I will be providing for you today. A very interesting video. And why is that? Because we are going to connect more dots today, and the topics that I am bringing to you at first might seem very different. However, there is an underlying foundation that connects both of those topics. And what I am talking about, we're going to start with ERIKA Kirk today. It's actually quite interesting because you will see how all of this is connected. And with her interview and with the reaction and with the money, because we have to follow the money just a little bit. Why not? You know, since she is promoting a new book that her late husband allegedly has finished just before he was removed, this way or the other, as I like to say. And then definitely not least important, but probably much more important topic, and that is what's going on with this Jewish Chabad Lubavitch movement and why one of the Polish MPs who about 2 years ago, actually exactly 2 years ago, has been doing this. Let me show you. This was in Polish parliament, and many of you probably remember this moment. In Polish parliament, we had Hanukkah, as you know, celebration of that certain type of people. And Polish MP Grzegorz Braun used the fire extinguisher, and this is what he has done. That was 2 years ago, excuse me, in Polish parliament. I'm going to elaborate on this particular event, as well as what was behind that Hanukkah, and how we're going to connect the dots, as well as with Russia and Putin and many so-called others that maybe not openly, it's in a way openly, when they go and kiss the wall or touch the wall, present what is their point of view. Now, this MP, Grzegorz Braun, is at this moment going through a trial because of exactly that action that he took 2 years ago in Polish parliament. However, this will be the second part of this video. So let's start with ERIKA Kirk first. Actually, let me start with my book, if you don't mind, because I don't have any sponsorships on this channel. And the way how I support my work is through your donations, through my videos, and through my product. And this is the book that I have recently, I wouldn't say republished. I ordered a print because this was already published few years ago, and Amazon has removed that book. It's book number 1 for children. Wonderful, beautiful book that I'm sure a lot of children will appreciate. So if you would like to order it, the link is down below the video. Send me an email. I send you the link with the price as well. And I hope you make this decision to support me in this way as well. All right, so let's go to the first clip. This is not an interview with ERIKA. It's a little bit of that interview in this clip. But this video will present to you an event that took place just a few days ago in Mar-a-Lago. You know, this is the property that Trump owns. And this person is going to address that particular event and the fundraising that was done there. Of course, ERIKA's Kirk presence. Just let's take a listen. Let's take a listen to this very good, quick, short video.
So over the weekend, ERIKA Kirk and Turning Point USA, they held a high-dollar gala at Mar-a-Lago, and they brought in millions of dollars and they partied the night away. Now, Turning Point has held these parties in previous years, but this one, it was the biggest, the most extravagant yet, and it carried this special focus of gearing Turning Point USA around ERIKA Kirk, and of course, its donors. Moving the organization forward as a controlled organ. This is a dinner that was worth tens of millions of dollars, at least. This was a $10,000 a plate dinner at bare minimum. That was just the bargain basement rate to get in. And roughly 1,000 so-called conservatives, they all showed up to this party. These people are buying up influence and propping up Turning Point USA to make sure that the mission that Charlie Kirk was killed to advance will continue at all cost. And ERIKA Kirk is elated about all of it. There's pictures of her all over the internet of ERIKA Kirk smiling ear to ear at Mar-a-Lago as the cash rolls in. Let's just take a look at some of the sights and sounds.
For Jesus right now. If he was such a great man, think about how great his creator must be.
What a completely fake and totally disingenuous event that was. It makes me feel like I want to take a shower. It's just disgusting. These slimy people throwing money around, trying to cement the narrative that Charlie Kirk was killed by Tyler Robinson when we all know that he wasn't. Charlie Kirk has been dead for 3 months and we're hearing that he still hasn't been buried. What the hell is going on there? Someone at Mar-a-Lago should have asked that question from the stage. Yeah, but they would never do that because they aren't there for the truth. They're in town for the propaganda. You see, if you participate in the ritual, if you dump your money into the ritual, well, then you get to go to the president's country club where he used to hang out with Jeffrey Epstein. And that look inside of Turning Point at Mar-a-Lago, it's like a look inside of all of the things that the devil uses to lure you in when he's trying to purchase your soul. So over the weekend, ERIKA.
So he brought a very interesting point, because my first reaction when I saw this video and I saw that gala, by the way, beautiful chandeliers, I have to say, beautiful chandeliers. My first thought was, this is like you celebrate after the ritual in one way or the other. I know this sounds maybe very awkward to some people who are watching now, but do you remember when Kobe Bryant died? When Kobe died with his daughter, right? If he died, because that's again another story, in helicopter crash, plane crash, whatever it was. You remember this event that they have created, the entertainment industry, Hollywood, singers, performers, all of those, right? You remember how they were dancing and the tribute to Kobe. It's very sickening when you look at this, in my opinion. And it's interesting because yesterday, finally, Candace Owens addressed the situation with ERIKA Kirk. And I was waiting for this because I was thinking, if she's doing this investigation about his death, why she's not addressing her? Well, finally, she had to address her because of some statements that have been made, not, of course, saying Candace's name, however, hinting that's exactly what she meant. They meant her show. And I know a lot of people say that she is controlled opposition. Maybe she is. I am still feeling pretty good as far as genuine approach that she's having to this entire situation. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe again, time will show me what the truth is, because it always comes out sooner or later. But let's take a listen to this absolutely freaking interview. And she is now everywhere, right? She is on every show promoting the book. And you might be thinking, so she needs money, right? Well, we're going to go into this, the net worth, how much money has been raised. But first, let's just take a listen to the most creepy. I think she's a witch, actually. You know, guys, I really think she's a witch. There are different kinds of witches, and it's almost like the light irritates her demons because now she's being triggered. And I just wonder why they are doing this to the public, not just in the United States, but around the world, because clearly people are watching, especially Candace Owens' show from all around the world. Why they are doing this? So there could be two reasons, right? Maybe three. The first one is, before I play the interview, the first one is because they literally think people are stupid and they are going to buy whatever they tell them, and they are still, proceeding with this approach to human people overall intelligence. So let's say they are bad and they are evil and they are doing this, right? Second story, they are trying to wake people up because they are all actors, and maybe they are just doing this to present to people how they have been fooled and manipulated, which I tend to believe in the first story. And the last option, in my opinion, is that this truly is a big setup for political changes, for changing the positions in the White House, for her becoming important political figure in the future, as well as for Israel absolutely taking over this movement. I think it's already happened, right? It's already happened. And for that domination of that narrative that is the underlining tone for this video, because you will see how all of this leads you to the same place, and that is to that Chabad, Lubavitch, and Rabbi Schneerson. Again, just a reminder who Benjamin Netanyahu is worshipping, who he was visiting when that person was still alive. The Messiah was Rabbi Schneerson. Why I describe this all of this to you again is because you have to see the big picture, and this is exactly what is happening. Let's take a listen to this interview. It's almost like you're gonna see through all of this BS. So you can put in the comments what BS was the most ridiculous in your opinion.
With ERIKA Kirk sharing her journey with America and the world, we are grateful at Fox to have her here to shine a light on healing as we all miss and mourn the loss of her beloved Charlie Kirk. Not all of her journey has been without, well, hate, conspiracies, and oddly, speculation about where her husband is buried. Now, for the first time, ERIKA, who's with me now, addresses all of it from the perspective of a grieving widow, a mom, and a battle-tested American. Good to see you again today. Talk to me about this part of the conspiracies that are out there, this disturbing part that people are trying to guess where Charlie is.
You know, before I continue, maybe I will be stopping and giving you a few cents from me. Very creepy look, absolutely creepy. Piercing eyes, almost like shapeshifter, very much so, in my opinion. And again, what's up with this black and white? Okay, I know she looks good in this white suit and black shirt, but this symbolism is, I don't know, I'm just very picky as far as the symbols goes. But again, very, very tense and weird look coming from ERIKA's Kirk face. So let's continue.
Can I have one thing? Can I have one thing? Can my children have one thing? Everything was public. We will be building the most beautiful memorial for my husband at Turning Point USA, and it will be for the world to see, and it will be spectacular, and it will have basically museum style for our Charlie, for my Charlie. But can I have one thing? Can my babies have one thing where we hold it sacred, where my husband is laid to rest, where I don't have to be worried about some secular revolutionary coming and destroying my husband's grave while my daughter is sitting there praying? One thing, this is my husband. Yes, he was Charlie Kirk to the world, and I know so many people love my husband, and I am grateful for that, but this is my husband, and I want to be able to have one thing left that is sacred to our family, to my in-laws, to my babies, and to my parents. One thing.
What are they taking from you right now?
Nothing. But I will tell you what they are doing. It reminds me so much of chapter 6 in the book of Nehemiah. He is building a wall, and the townspeople are at the base of that hill saying, Nehemiah, calling him all these names, saying all these things, come on down. Every single time he had the same message 4 times in a row. I cannot come down. I am busy building. That is how I feel. I do not have time to address the noise. My silence does not mean that I am complacent. My silence does not mean that somehow Turning Point USA and all of the handpicked staff that loved my husband and my husband loved them is somehow in on it. We are busy building. And you know what I thought? I thought these people are human. We are all grieving in our own way. And they are trying to find the answer to something that happened that was so evil. They are trying so hard. And I get that. We're doing the same. Anytime we hear a lead or anytime we hear anything, we send it to the authorities. Please dig into this. No rock will be unturned.
All right, so I know Candace Owens, she addressed this, right? Her, recording the video at the casket in which Charlie was, allegedly, and crying and putting it on social media. I actually played that clip as well. I'm not going to play it now. But don't you think that she has already forgotten? Like she already forgotten. She said, "I forgive you," to that dude who, she knows he killed him, right? He killed Charlie Kirk. So she already decided during that memorial from stage that that was the person who did it. So I'm a little confused here, right?
I want justice for my husband, for myself, for my family, more than anyone else out there. So for me, you want to keep telling me to come down while we're building? I don't have time for that. But here's my breaking point on that. Come after me, call me names, I don't care. Call me what you want, go down that rabbit hole, whatever. But when you go after my family, my Turning Point USA family, my Charlie Kirk Show family, when you go after the people that I love, and you're making hundreds and thousands of dollars every single episode going after the people that I love because somehow they're in on this, no.
So nothing says more modesty, nothing says modesty more, sorry, my English, that diamond cross and set of diamond earrings, I would say at least 1.5 carats, I guess. Yeah, that's what you wear when you make statements like this. And we're gonna go into money as well. Candace will talk about money, but I have an article with ERIKA's Kirk net worth that I don't think it's accurate to the exact number, but there's a lot of interesting points on that net worth situation. So if she says that you can call her names and this and that, well, maybe this is what I am doing because I think she is kind of scary. I think she has very, very, it's like, how you say wolf in sheep's clothing? That's how I see her. I think it's very demonic. It's very witchy, and it's some form of ritualistic behavior. And she says that she cares. I think all she cares really about is her position now, her fame, and her being so-called leader that she is not, and her making money. That's how I look at it. But let's continue with this video. So I called her names and she was okay with this, I guess. So let's keep on going.
I have to say it. I've never seen you like this.
No, this is righteous anger because this is not okay. It's not healthy. This is a mind virus. Yes, I believe in our judicial system. I do. We have a hell of a team working on this, excuse my French. But this is not okay.
So you want to put these people back in the box where they've been creeping from?
I don't care what box you're in. But just know that your words are very powerful and we are human. My team are not machines and they're not robots. They are human. We have more death threats on our team and our side than I have ever seen. I have kidnapping threats. I have, you name it, we have it. And my poor team is exhausted. And every time they bring this back up, what are we supposed to do? Relive that trauma all over again? They watched my husband get murdered. I have no idea how I would have reacted if I was there that day. And thank the good Lord that I did not have to see that happen. But my team, they are rocked to the core. So why every single day do they have to be dragged through the mud, analyzed, hyper-analyzed?
So again, sorry if you hear the noise, but let me just say here, it looks like more and more stuff is coming out that that Turning Point USA was like a money laundering operation, non-profit, of course. Many videos were posted from the experts, actually people who know how to do taxes, how they should be filed, what should be put into certain groups and mentioned and presented. One of those videos was showing that, I don't remember exactly, I don't have it prepared for you, that they have been using the address of the parking lot. And there was no office or nothing of that matter. It was just the address they used for the parking lot. Money was flying from all over the place, and private jets were flying as well. So as far as people making money on creating the videos, it's interesting take on, right? So let's continue.
You know, the conspiracies that are out there, all of the like, do you think that there is more of it now because you do shine your light? I mean, did people just expect you would just go away?
I don't know what they expected. I don't know what they expected.
They pick on you because of your accessories. I mean, I've seen some of it.
Oh, yeah. No, at this point, it's what? The conspiracy collection. Get it before Christmas. Like, seriously. Wow. You will, if you want to find and pick me apart, go right ahead. I do not care. I don't. This was happening before Charlie was murdered. Both of us have been through the ringer of people will call you whatever they want to call you. They will. But I have seen it firsthand impact the people that I love, and I'm done. I'm done. And if people think that I was just going to wilt away, I'm not going to sit in a corner and cry and be in fetal position. This is a duty to my husband, and it's an absolute honor, and I will never back down. And so my message to them is to stop, to stop.
And that's what we will say here on Outnumbered 2. God bless.
Did you see that look to stop? Very, very weird, huh? You remember that gesture she made from stage, from that memorial? People were saying, no, it's a rock on, rock on. That was the moment, personally, for me, that I was already not trusting at all. There were a few things before, but when I saw that gesture, I was like, this is very, very off. So now let's go to Candace just for a moment, and then we follow the money. Because Shabbat Shalom, right? Let me mute myself, guys.
To that point that people are making hundreds and thousands of dollars, I just don't get how there's not someone on this very large PR team, as we're seeing these PR campaigns go out, that doesn't go, hey, maybe we should strike that. They made $40 million like 2 nights ago at Mar-a-Lago. Maybe that feels kind of a little bit like let them eat cake-ish. Oh, and we've made more than, separately from Mar-a-Lago, Turning Point USA, since Charlie was killed, just so you guys know, this is a fact, has made more than $100 million. That is separate from the $40 million they made at Mar-a-Lago the other night. So since Charlie has died, that organization has taken in $140 million. But gosh darn you people that are making hundreds of dollars every day on YouTube talking about Charlie Kirk's assassination and the BS narrative that is being fed and the very obvious psychological operation that is being employed to make you accept the BS that they are trying to sell to us. Gosh darn you. Did you make $1,000 today? Speaking about Charlie Kirk, well, you should be ashamed of yourself, says Turning Point USA, who in large part made that money because of those very people who gave to the organization immediately following Charlie Kirk's assassination. And the thing that is especially absurd about that is trying to almost like, I want to be clear that Turning Point USA is my family. The Charlie Kirk show is my family. You know, like she's just expanding the wings of people that we're not allowed to critique because they're in the family. If you call them fam, you can't critique them, right? Oh, I'm sorry. We actually are showing a clip of Rob McCoy defending a pedophile or trying to launder the reputation of that's fam.
So she was bringing the point of money here. You remember when they started, actually, I think Tucker Carlson started that fundraising, that fund for her. At this moment, I think it's over $10 million that they have gathered. So it's actually $150 million. But let's take a look at this article, guys. I just came across this. Let me find it. Where is it? Okay, let's see if I can open it. All right, I hope you can see it. From the Economic Times. Let's read this. ERIKA Kirk net worth. How wealthy is Charlie Kirk's wife, as reports show a massive cash inflow following her husband's death. This is from December 10th, so this is from yesterday. ERIKA Kirk is not expected to face money problems after her husband, Charlie Kirk, died, says reports. ERIKA, a mother of two, has taken over Charlie's role as CEO of TPUSA, and she is already receiving millions in donations after his passing. Sorry, guys, for the noise. It's really disturbing, but I cannot stop them. Part of her rising wealth comes from Charlie's book royalties, so she's gonna have more from the new book. Income from his media projects, his life insurance policy, surprise, surprise, and other business ventures he built. Charlie used to earn a high six-figure salary as the CEO of TPUSA, and ERIKA is expected to receive a similar or even bigger salary now. A source working with Charlie's nonprofit said he left his family extremely well secured because of the money he earned from books, radio, podcast, and media work. Turning Point board member Mike Miller said he wrote 16 books and had the royalties for those. 16 books, guys. He had a radio show every day, a podcast, and he made money on all that stuff. So his family is extremely well secured. But there's more here. Let's scroll down. Charlie's life insurance policy reportedly paid around $10 million to ERIKA and the children after his death. So this is from the life insurance policy. She got 10 million, but then there was the fundraiser that Tucker Carlson started, right? That's another over 10 million. The couple also sold their Arizona home earlier this year, earning around 2 million in cash, because it sold for $5.25 million, while their 2025 mortgage was $3.25 million. And that's a nice house, right? That's a really nice house, I mean, in Arizona. Donations after Charlie's death have reached nearly 10 million. That's what I said. And Charlie earned a salary of $390,000, so almost $400,000 from June 2023 to June 2024 at TPUSA, according to filings. Those filings are very suspicious too. Now that ERIKA is the CEO, she will likely get the same or higher salary, boosting her long-term financial security. ERIKA also inherits Charlie's for-profit companies, including Resolute Media Group, co-owned with Andrew Colvett. You know, the guy who is the PR, I think he's the director of PR, or he's the head of PR. And Charlie Kirk LLC, which did consulting work, as noted by The Blast. So guys, not bad future at all, right? So that's what's up in Charlie's Kirk, ERIKA Kirk's drama story here. But there is one more thought I want to share with you before I continue. Absolutely, Netanyahu is very happy with this. So I believe Chabad Lubavitch is happy with this, what's going on. One more thought on that. I think they are using this also as a very, very big distraction. So clearly this is a PSYOP, this is psychological operation on people, but it's also a major distraction. So there must be something of very big importance going on because they want you to look over here as they always do. Meanwhile, they are creating something absolutely not good on the other side. What I think it is, I think is something to do with controlling people, you know, those digital IDs, digital currency, the beast system. That's what I think. I think that's distraction for how far the beast system is being implemented and how the borders are going to change in many countries. And now I'm going to take you to Poland for a moment, and then we're going to jump just for a second to Russia, and then we will return to United States, all in the same flavor. Okay? So first, let me show you the picture, because I'm sure a lot of you are already fully aware and connecting the dots. This was a picture taken 2 years ago in Polish parliament. You see right here is the Hanukkah. That Hanukkah was the one that was experiencing the fire extinguisher later on. So the first video I showed you. But next to that Hanukkah, you have a portrait of Rebbe Schneerson. Okay, so this is Chabad Lubavitch in Poland, in Polish parliament, placing Hanukkah, okay, placing Schneerson, the Messiah, their Messiah, that everyone who had a chance was visiting, you know, when he was alive. And Trump also visited his grave. Netanyahu was going with donations to him. So this was in Polish parliament. Now, the same portrait, I just want you to open, to those of you who still believe that Putin is not crypto Jew, because to me he's absolutely crypto Jew, but should make another video about it. This is the same Rebbe Schneerson. This is Russian Rabbi Lazar, designated for Russia with Putin. What was this? Visiting the opening or visiting the Jewish Museum and Tolerance Center. I talk about it so many times. So we have this Rebbe here. We have Putin here. We have Rabbi for Russia, Lazar. And we had the same in Poland, okay? So now that Polish MP who used the fire extinguisher 2 years ago, he's going through a trial because he did that. Like, he should just leave it because I don't know since when, but since forever, I guess, we have to have Hanukkah in Polish parliament because the chosen nation decided it's going to be there. And Poland is their land, Ukraine is their land. Parts of Russia actually will be their land as well. I mean, they are already there, so what's the difference? And maybe some Hungary and other countries. Definitely they are very, very happy in United States. So now let me take you to this trial, and I am going to read you the subtitles because this is in Polish. So I'm going to read you the words from, one second, let me find the video. The words from this Rabbi Schneerson. So here you have the MP, Grzegorz Braun, who is going through the trial because he used that fire extinguisher 2 years ago. Now, he's going to read you what that rabbi, that portrait that you saw, that guy said, written. He says it to the judge, Your Honor, Now I will gladly address all the points raised accusation against me, but I think that because my defender paid attention to this, it will not be from things at this point. Dictate to protocol. A few sentences from the abandoned achievements and creativity of Schneerson. So he's gonna read it now. Actually, you know what? Let me turn the sound. This will be in Polish, but you have the subtitles, so you might as well hear the original language. Why not? You can read it. They are pretty large, guys. Let me mute myself.
Ja to dyktuję w trybie mojego spontanicznego zeznania. Oto, co należy powiedzieć na temat ciała. Ciało osoby żydowskiej jest całkowicie innej jakości niż ciało przedstawicieli wszystkich narodów świata. Cytuję owego Schneersona, którego portret był wyeksponowany w Sejmie Rzeczpospolitej Polskiej 12 grudnia 2023 roku. Ciało żydowskie wygląda tak, jak gdyby było z substancji podobne do ciał nieżydów, ale znaczenie jest takie, że ciała jedynie wydają się być podobne pod względem materialnej substancji, zewnętrznego wyglądu i powierzchownej jakości. Różnica wewnętrznej jakości jest jednak tak wielka, że ciała te należy uważać za całkowicie odmienne gatunki. Jeszcze większa różnica istnieje w odniesieniu do duszy. Istnieją dwa przeciwstawne rodzaje duszy. Dusza nieżydowska pochodzi z 3 sfer satanicznych.
All right, I have to read this in English because it's just insane, right? Are you reading this with me or you're not? Okay, so let's rewind. Let's rewind because this is absolutely insane. About what Schneerson said. Okay. The Jewish soul comes from holiness, from the divine sphere. The general difference between Jews and non-Jews, the Jew was not created as a means to some other purpose. He himself is the target, the purpose, because the substance of all divine emanation was created only after is to serve the Jews. In the beginning, God created heaven and earth. That's, of course, quote from the book of Rudza. This means that heaven and earth were created because of Jews, who are called the beginning. This means that everything, all progress, all discoveries, creation, including heaven and earth, are vanity compared to the Jews. He's just reading it. He's reading. Jews are important because they are not. So Jews are important because they are not. They exist for no other purpose. I don't know. This translation may be a little awkward. They themselves are divine purpose. The whole reality of the non-Jew is only vanity. Reality is not, ladies and gentlemen, is vanity. It is written, the aliens will stand and fall your flocks. This is from the book of Isaiah. The whole creation did not come into being only because of the Jews. Your Honor, here is a quick summary lecture on racism. A lecture on racism which undoubtedly the Constitution of the Republic of Poland not only does not approve of it, promotes, but also does not allow. So guys, that was from, I think, yesterday, from his trial. I've learned something new. And what I've learned that 2 years ago, I knew absolutely nothing about it. Now, 2 years later, I know a little bit more about Chabad Lubavitch and who was the Rebbe, Rabbi Schneerson, who believes that everything started from the Jews and the rest that exists is insignificant. So this is the organization, okay? It's a cult, I will say, that exists in Poland, in Russia, in United States, and many, many other countries. You go on the official website and you will see it. When you see any leader bringing that someone from that movement closer, or like you see in case of Putin, for example, having the portrait there, socializing, being very close with the rabbi that comes from this movement, what does it say about him, right? When you see any other leader, when you see Trump, when you see people in US Congress, and we're going to go into it in a second, any leader in the world, this is what they associate themselves with. So whatever they say after, that they stand for children, humanity, this or that, if you are agreeing, if you are supporting, if you are close to, if you allow this to be in your country, this says everything to me. And I don't care at this point anymore what anyone else says, because this is right in our faces. And if we don't see it, if we don't use our common sense and discernment and use our brain and have critical thinking, just common sense, really, how can you not say that why this is allowed? Why this movement is allowed in any country? Because behind the scenes, they pull a lot of strings. And the war that you see in Ukraine is one of those projects. Now let's go to the United States, everyone, from yesterday, I think. I have to find one more video, but in this one, so who do you see? You see the one that represents the Chabad Lubavitch in the United States, and you see the left and you see the right, because again, this is just an illusion, divide and conquer. You see Chuck Schumer, I think that's who he was, and then you see the Speaker of the House, Johnson, and they are all together, like it's fantastic. Let me find one more video I had with this. Oh, it's right here. Perfect. Let me play this for you. This will explain a lot. I will mute myself. He's just going to say what's up in the US.
I don't get involved in their opinions on political issues. That's not my role. But one thing I will say is the two gentlemen to my left are strong and perhaps the best friends of Israel and the Jewish people either side of the aisle has ever seen. So I'd like to have a round of applause for them there. And one more sentence. I do want to say, I'm not a Republican or a Democrat, I'm a registered independent, but I do want to say as a Jewish American, or an American Jew, however you phrase it, that I go to sleep easier at night knowing that at the helm of our nation and this institution of Congress are people who recognize the value we give this nation. So I think that that's important to remember. And thanks, Mr. Speaker, despite all the difficulty for making it here today.
Sure.
The value we give to this nation. I would like you to put in the comments down below, what value? And I mean it, I'm not sarcastic, right? What value? Since they already decided that they are the only ones that matter, and the rest is slaves or plebs or whatever else. So that's what's up in the US and many other countries, guys. It's just in some countries, it's not so much in the open. You have to pretend that you are different religion, you know what I mean? Now, let me take you to another interesting video. This time we go to New York City because everyone was saying that he's a Muslim, but we already know he's not. A new mayor of New York, Mazel Tov. Yeah, do you see it? I don't know, because it's slowing down. You can see, probably you can see. Very happy wearing this thing. I don't know how you call it. And now I want to show you a very, very creepy ritual. And we're gonna end with this because all of this is creepy. Very creepy ritual that they perform. Allegedly, I would say, but it looks like this is not AI, this is real, in Israel. So, let me find the video. Again, thanks for your patience. Here we go. What is this? IDF soldiers perform Talmudic ritual to cleanse souls after coming back from Gaza. Okay, maybe I should mute myself because there might be some sound. So what do people say in the comments? Just few. They probably stole that chicken. Free Palestine. And next one, nothing can erase what they did. And the last one, I hate that they use innocent animals. So they were the beginning at the end, right? They are the beginning of everything. It's crazy, isn't it? Because I sound okay. It's just crazy. It's crazy that in 2 years' time, how I look at things has changed so much because of, you know, that the good thing in all of this is that the truth is coming out and we actually are able to find it. We have access to it. If we do the research, if we really want to know the truth, if we want to ask questions and question everyone and everything, and also be open and willing to let go of the opinions and beliefs that we were holding for some people for a very long time, maybe for entire lifetime, right? That's the hardest part, because you believe that this leader is good, you believe that that one is good, you believe in things, right? You trust. Okay, that's actually, I think this is part of our human nature. But then when you see things like this, for example, and I don't have to explain this again, I think sometimes we don't need words. We actually see it. We know what's going on. We just have to admit to ourselves that the only being, if you can say that, you trust is God, is the divine. You have to trust your intuition. And no one, really no one, should have any power over you. That's my take on everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I will attach the links down below in the description box. And I very much appreciate if you hit thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Leave the comments, let me know. And if you would like to support me as well, the best way is to order my book. It's going to be ready, I think, within the next week or so, and then I will be shipping it out. Very excited about it, I have to tell you. I have 4 more to come out. And you can also donate on PayPal, become my Patreon supporter, that is monthly support, or local supporter if you choose to. And if you have Instagram, make sure to follow me there. Let me actually take you there to show you so it's easier for you to remember the name of the account. sorry guys, let me just, okay. You go to Anya K _44. And I pinned this post. This post is actually showing you the book inside. My great illustrator, Jana Popova, who illustrated the book, she is presenting this book to the audience, and it's really beautiful artwork that she has done. I have written the story, and she put this story into life by giving the book the illustrations. So the characters came alive thanks to her. And I'm very, very happy about it. So if you have Instagram, make sure to click on this. This is the first post, I pin it. But anyway, guys, that's all I have for you today. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Lots of love. And remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity. And I see you in another video. Make sure to hit this thumbs up because, you know, those topics are very, very suppressed. Bye, guys. I see you in the next video.